At times, you will have to do what you don't want to do when you lack the energy to do it. There will be times in your life, if you want your destiny, if you cannot tolerate anything less than execution at the highest level, which is your destiny, it's on the line, and you know it, it's a matter of life and death, you will have to do. There will be times when you have to do what you don't want to do at the time of day when you have the least amount of energy to do it. You better know how to tap into who you are. You better know who you are. When there is no human strength, when there is no emotional willpower whatsoever, all you have is a vapor of the grace of God. And believe me, it is sufficient. There is enough power in a breath of God's grace, in a wisp of God's grace, to conquer the world. But you better know that. It is 5:11 in the morning and I am in that state. I'm heading into the gym, doing what I don't want to do when I have the least amount of energy to do it. It's easy to go when you're waking up fresh, first thing in the morning. I'm going. This isn't my morning. This is my late night. This is the last thing I'm doing before I go home, shower, get some nutrition in me, and I'm going to bed. Why is it that you always need an optimal condition and circumstance to execute who you are, why you exist? It ain't always going to be optimal. You better get used to it. But I tell you this, when you do what you don't want to do, when you least feel like doing it, it is the most powerful thing you could ever do. Another thing, this YouTube video, it's not what I want to do. I was so close to going home right now, without recording YouTube, without working out, but that's not who I am. That is not how this dude rolls. I will not violate my character as a warrior, as a son of God, as a servant of God. It's a moment of truth for me. I thank God that I showed up. I'm looking at the big picture here. I will not give you an excuse not to do it. I refuse. We need to learn how to live from a God-given identity, from the Spirit, not by might nor by strength, by the Spirit of God. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there's liberty. There's sufficient strength. Get comfortable doing the most uncomfortable possible thing you could do That's where you build character. That's where you make your destiny. That's where you make your money. That's where you solidify your place in the history of God. Behold, my servant, with whom I'm well pleased. Right before I came on here, be still and know that I am God. Yes, Lord. I know what I need to do. It's 5:15 a.m. I woke up at 3:30 p.m. I did the Murph at 8 p.m. Now I'm weight training at 5:15 a.m. This is who I am. Find your identity. Know your worth. I am worth doing this right now. You are worth receiving this message. This is the standard daily execution from a God-breathed identity. We were destined to meet on this message. I'm not doing what I'm doing for peace. I'm doing this from the peace of God, from the acceptance of God. I do not want what I want. I do not want to go home and stay in the comfort zone. I've got two shoulders. By the grace of God, they are healed. But the shoulders are screaming, don't go. Rest. Sleep. Lay it down. No. No, we will not. It is not who we are to take a day off, to lay it down, to rest. We've got a battle. We've got a war. We've got conquering business to accomplish here. We're on that grind, powered by grace. This is what you're going to see. More fire. No excuse. A price was paid for you to step in to who you are. To operate from a clarity of identity that comes as a result of receiving grace, receiving abundance, receiving the strength of God. The joy of the Lord is my strength. When everybody's waking up and in their optimal condition to do what they want to do, you need to learn how to do it when you don't want to and be full of joy while you're doing it. Man, there's such strength when you establish the pattern of doing it again and again and again and again. You build trust with yourself. It's not about the outcome. It's about who you are becoming. It's about the become. And in the become, there's a coming up. God bless. I pray this blessed you today. I feel the Spirit of God is lifting you into higher places today through this message. Transforming you, challenging you, wrecking you. It's not about information. It's about the Spirit of God's transformation. We must allow Him to make us who we really are in truth. The world needs to see it. You're worth it, and the world that you live in is worth it. Allow God to move on you today. Blessing.